This Filipino boy sounds exactly like Elvis' golden buzzer shock on AGT 2025. The bright lights of Los Angeles seemed to shimmer with a different kind of energy that night. The stage of America's Got Talent, a place where dreams were born and hearts were broken, stood waiting for its next story. Backstage, a small boy from the Philippines named Leo Santos, only 12 years old, clutched an old, slightly cracked microphone charm that hung around his neck. It once belonged to his late grandfather, his best friend and the person who taught him to love Elvis Presley. Leo wasn't just another contestant. He was the kid who sang to heal the silence left by loss. After his grandfather passed away 2 years earlier, Leo's world dimmed. But every night, he would sneak onto the roof of their small home in Cebu, singing Elvis songs under the stars, believing his grandfather could still hear him. His mother often stood quietly by the doorway, tears in her eyes, whispering, "He's still with you, Anak, my child." Now, thousands of miles from home, Leo found himself standing on the grandest stage in the world. His hands trembled as he looked at the judges, Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel, each waiting in expectant silence. The crowd was massive, the cameras intimidating. Simon leaned forward and asked, "What's your name, and where are you from, little man?" My name's Leo Santos," he said softly. "I'm from the Philippines." The audience cheered, and Leo smiled nervously. "And what will you be doing for us tonight?" Simon continued. "I'll be singing an Elvis song. It's for my Lolo, grandfather. He always said Elvis's music makes people happy." The judges smiled, but no one expected what happened next. As the music began, "Can't Help Falling in Love," the first note that left Leo's lips was pure magic. The tone, the control, the warmth, it was as if time had reversed and Elvis himself had returned. The audience gasped. Simon's jaw literally dropped. The crew members backstage froze. Even the judges who had seen thousands of performances looked at each other, stunned. By the second verse, people were on their feet. Leo's voice wasn't just an imitation, it carried soul. It carried pain, love, and something unexplainably divine. Every word was a prayer, every note a conversation with his grandfather in heaven. And then, midway through the song, his voice cracked slightly, but instead of faltering, he smiled through it, his eyes glistening. It wasn't perfection that moved people that night, it was sincerity. As the song ended, there was silence. And then, the roar of 1,000 hearts breaking open. The crowd erupted into applause that shook the studio. Tears streamed down Sophia's face. Even Simon looked glassy-eyed, trying to mask the emotion with a deep breath. Simon stood up slowly. "Leo," he said softly, "I've been judging talent shows for a long time. But what you just did, it wasn't a performance. It was a connection. You didn't just sing like Elvis, you felt like him. You made us all remember what music is about." And then, with one decisive motion, Simon slammed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti burst from above, falling around Leo like a blessing from heaven. The boy covered his face, sobbing uncontrollably. As the music swelled, he looked up, whispering, "This is for you, Lolo." But what truly made that moment unforgettable happened after the show. When the cameras turned off and the stage lights dimmed, Leo walked backstage and noticed a janitor quietly sweeping up the gold confetti. Without hesitation, Leo went over and helped him. "Here, sir," he said, scooping up the glittering pieces. "I made the mess. Let me help clean it." The man looked shocked, then smiled softly. "You remind me of someone I once knew, kind and humble." Later that night, one of the show's producers witnessed the moment and posted about it on social media. After winning the golden buzzer, a 12-year-old boy from the Philippines stayed behind to help the staff clean. True talent is nothing without heart. The post went viral overnight, touching millions around the world. When Leo returned home to Cebu a few weeks later, he didn't talk much about fame or Hollywood. Instead, he went straight to his grandfather's grave. He placed the tiny microphone charm on the headstone and said, "We did it, Lolo. You taught me that singing is about love, not applause." I'll never forget that. From that day forward, Leo used his newfound platform not just to perform, but to help. He organized free singing workshops for kids who couldn't afford music lessons, just like he once couldn't. He performed in hospitals, orphanages, and small towns, saying, "Music healed me. I wanted to heal others, too." Years later, when interviewers asked him about his golden buzzer moment, Leo always smiled and said, "That was special, yes, but the real golden moment was seeing people smile because of my grandfather's songs. That's all I ever wanted." And in that simple truth, Leo Santos reminded the world that greatness isn't found in fame or applause, it's found in the quiet acts of love that echo far beyond the spotlight. Because sometimes, the most powerful music isn't heard through speakers or on a stage, it's the kind that plays in the hearts of those who dare to sing with kindness, courage, and love. In a world that often forgets its melody, one Filipino boy taught us to listen again.